Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where I'll be going over the amino acid structures again, but these will be the hydrophilic amino acids. In my previous video linked over here, I have spoken about the hydrophobic amino acids, their structure, and how you can easily remember it with an easy mnemonic. Now going on into this video where you have the acidic amino acids, and this worksheet will again be available for free of cost in the link in the description down below. So let's get into the video. The acidic amino acids there are only two acidic amino acids. So what does acidic amino acid means? In the functional group or the R group of the amino acid will contain an acid group which would usually be your carboxyl acid. Carboxyl group, which is nothing but a COOOH group, or usually the H will be removed and a negative side will be imparted. So if this is R group. So this is how you remember the acidic group of the amino acids. Now the two amino acids are aspartic acid and glutamic acid, and they're very related to each other. If you know one, you'll be able to know the other. So let's start with aspartic acid, where it is, remember as I told in my previous video, every amino acid except glycine will have a beta carbon. Now to this beta carbon, just directly add your acid group, and that is how you get the structure of aspartic acid. This will have a negative side. So this is the structure of aspartic acid, as simple as that. Now how to get glutamic acid? As the structure of valine and leucine are similar by just the addition of a single carbon atom, it is same over here, where glutamic acid is just the addition of one more carbon atom in the structure. So you have your beta carbon, you have one more carbon atom, and to this carbon atom you draw your carboxyl group. So it's as simple as that. You have a beta carbon, you have an additional carbon group here, and then you have your carboxyl group here. And this is the structure of glutamic acid. Now these are your two amino acids. The easy mnemonic remembers ED education, but since it's two, anyone can easily remember it. So going on to the next one is your basic amino acids. There are three basic amino acids. These include histidine, arginine, and lysine. Okay, so let's go with lysine first. So usually in basic amino acids, the functional group will be an amino group, that's an NH3 or an NH2, NH3 plus, suppose. So let's start with lysine. Lysine has a single letter code of K. So how to remember the structure from this is, you look at the value of K, the K, that is this part. Now in how to remember this is, you add a nitrogen group over here from this end, nitrogen group, and in this end you just attach it to your beta carbon, and this is the simple structure of lysine. So you have your beta carbon, you draw your K structure here. In one end you draw your NH3 or the amino group, the amine group, and over here you attach it to the carbon atom. So you have your beta carbon 1, 2, 3, and you have your amino group. And it's as simple as that. This will be slightly positive charge because for 4 groups are attached to nitrogen. So this is your simple structure of lysine. So the next one is arginine. Arginine actually has a difficult structure to remember, but an easy way to remember it's arginine sounds like R, what a pirate would say. So, and what does a pirate captain do? He steers the ship, and the ship will have that big kind of steering wheel with a center that looks kind of like a fan. And this kind of fan structure is actually seen in the structure of arginine. So how do you draw it? You begin similar to how you would draw lysine. You have your beta carbon, you draw your K, you attach one end of the K to your beta carbon, similar, so far so good as lysine, but instead of adding adding a NH3 like that, just add an NH3 group directly over here, and from this group you attach a carbon atom and you make a fan around the carbon atom with nitrogen groups. Alright, to one of them you form a double bond, and usually there will be lone pairs over here, but this is the basic structure of arginine. So you have a similar structure to lysine till here, but instead of adding an additional nitrogen over here, you add it directly to the K group, and from there you add a carbon atom and make a fan kind of structure. So you have carbon here, N, and sometimes the carbon group here, it will be positive charge or it will be given somewhere else. So, but this is the basic structure of arginine. With a few trials, you'll be able to get it. The next basic amino acid is histidine. Now, this is a very important amino acid in all aspects because it's known as a physiological buffer. Physiological buffer. I'll get into the reason why. So how to remember the structure? You just have to mug it up. There is no other way. I'm really sorry about that. So you have your beta carbon over here. From your beta carbon, remember this. This has a 5-membered ring to it. So you try making a 5-membered ring. Nitrogen attached to the tip over here. You go up. You have one more nitrogen group, and you bring it down. Then fill in wherever the double bonds should occur. Yeah, seems right. And this would have a H. Yeah, 3. Yeah, this will have 3. Yeah, true. So this is the structure of histidine. Now, why did I tell this is very important? The reason being, histidine has a pKa value close to that of physiological pH. Meaning that if there is a variation in the pH of our body, it would lead to the protonation and deprotonation of histidine, leading to conformational changes of the protein or enzyme. So this is the reason you always see histidine in the active site of majority of the proteins or enzymes in the body. So because any variation in the pH, blood pH or body pH would lead to variation in the active site of the enzyme or protein. So this is an easy way. An easy mnemonic to remember the basic amino acids is HRK. If you're from India, you'll obviously know about the famous actor HRX, which is Hrithik Roshan. But just change the X for a K and you get HRK, which is your basic amino acids. If you want to go a step further, you can even say his movies are a little basic. I'm sorry, but this is an easy way to remember. If his movies are a little basic, so HRK is your basic amino acids. So this is an easy way to remember the hydrophilic polar charged amino acids. In my next video, because this has already been a little lengthy, I'll be going on into the hydrophilic polar uncharged amino acids. See you there. Bye. Thank you for watching.